What's going on, y'all? I want to give you my review of the Useful Arts Hornet. This is an ultra compact portable mic pre DI with Useful Arts signature color control that adds saturation and harmonics to your signal. And this is the Hornet here. Like I said, it's ultra compact and portable, and it's one of the most exciting things that I saw at NAMM 2020, because when I look at portable mic pre's, there's not many in this size that you can just throw in your backpack and take with you. And this one is made in the USA. It's handmade in Phoenix, where Useful Arts is from. And Useful Arts is known for their tube gear, their tube mic pre's and tube DIs. This does not have a tube, but still offers the same great high quality that we know from Useful Arts. Let's take a closer look. Okay, so looking at the Hornet, very easy to use mic pre. You have your color on the left, which is going to add your harmonics and saturation, gain on the right, and you have phantom power and a DI button. I'm speaking right now through a Roswell Mini K87. So this is with the color at 0. This is with the color at 5. And that's now with the color at 10. The signal does get louder the more you increase the color, but you can hear the color adds a lot of thickness and richness to the signal. These knobs are detinted, or they're not stepped, but there's a slight detent in them, which feels really good. It's the same feeling that you get with the flagship Useful Arts mic pre's. Noticeably missing is high pass filter and pad. Not really a big deal to me. I think that this mic pre will be used a lot for people who record at home, and will be used a lot for vocals, which I don't use a pad for vocals. A high pass filter would have been nice, but that does come on a lot of microphones. So I feel those features being omitted really isn't a big deal. Looking at the connections on the back, it's clearly labeled at the top. You've got your power, microphone input, instrument input, XLR output, and a TRS output. And you can use both outputs at the same time, which is a nice feature for a mic pre in this price range. The build quality, very high build quality here. This is all metal. I feel like it can take many drops and continue to work. This does have input and output transformers, courtesy of Cinemag. On the bottom, we've got rubber feet to keep it from sliding on surfaces. That's nice. And an attention to detail thing here that's really nice is the power supply has a Useful Arts Hornets sticker on it. How many times have we went through a box and grabbed a power supply and have wondered, what does this power supply go to? You won't have to worry about that with this, because the sticker on the power supply lets you know that it goes to the Hornet. Another thing to point out, so I've been taking this to studios here and there over the last few months, and these the color and the gain knob, as well as the phantom power and DI button, will get pressed and moved around during travel. So keep that in mind if you're going to, if you're going to recall the settings. You may just wanted to jot them down or put them in your phone, because if you throw this in a backpack or bag, by the time you get to where you're going, these knobs will have moved, and unlikely these buttons would have been pushed too. So that's just something to keep in mind. Okay, let's get into some examples. So I'm no longer speaking to the Hornet, I'm speaking into my Rode Procaster. So I've got two tracks here. This blue track is the Mini K87 going into the Useful Arts Hornet. I've got the color at 0. And this red track is the Mini K87 going into the PreSonus Quantum Pre. So I'm going to read a part from the website, from Useful Arts website on the Hornet, and you'll hear the difference between the audio interface preamp and the Hornet. So we'll start with the Hornet. Mini, mighty, go. The idea behind the Hornet is simple. Give people an affordable, portable preamp DI that can go toe-to-toe with any of the $1,000 preamps on the market. After years of development, it's here. And this is the PreSonus Quantum Pre. Mini, mighty, go. The idea behind the Hornet is simple. Give people an affordable, portable preamp DI that can go toe-to-toe with any of the $1,000 plus preamps on the market. After years of development, it's here. And now we'll switch between the two, starting with the Hornet. Many, mighty, go. The idea behind the Hornet is simple. Give people an affordable, portable preamp DI that can go toe-to-toe with any of the $1,000 preamps on the market. After years of development, it's here. Many, mighty, go. The idea behind the Hornet is simple. Give people an affordable, portable preamp DI that can go toe-to-toe with any of the $1,000 plus preamps on the market. After years of development, it's here. So between these two, I prefer the Hornet. It's a little clearer and smoother. The Quantum Pre starting to get just a little muddy in the low mids, where those low mids are more clear and smoother on the Hornet. Okay, let's move on to some more examples. Okay, so here's a vocal from Kiara the Soul Child, and these 3 tracks here. This first track is going to be with 0 color. Second track is with the color at 5. Third track is with the color at 10. I didn't track this with any compression. The microphone we used was the Vanguard V4, which is a transformerless mic, and that's going right into the Hornet, and the Hornet was going right into the Quantum 2626. Okay, and I'm just going to let this loop, and as it loops, I'm going to go through the 3 tracks. I'm going to start with no color.
I ain't never known this love. Gave my heart away, I gave it up. He sold a dream, I ain't wake up. Clean up your rack, girl, that's enough. I won't be hurt, not after love. Gave my all and I've had enough. I ain't never known this love. Gave my heart away, I gave it up. He sold a dream, I ain't wake up. Clean up your rack, girl, that's enough. I won't be hurt, not after love. Gave my all, now I've had enough. I ain't never known this love. Gave my heart away, I gave it up. He sold a dream, I ain't wake up. Clean up your rack, girl, that's enough. I won't be hurt, not after love. Gave my all and now I've had enough.
Okay, and of course I had no additional processing on the vocal, as you can see. Now, the color at 10 is starting to almost get too much for me, but it still sounds nice. So, even though you can put it to the max, it still doesn't go too far a lot of times from my use of using it. I still like the color at 5 is kind of the sweet spot, especially on this vocal here. We start to get some saturation and thickness, but nothing that sounds overly too colored. All right, let's take a listen to some bass. Okay, so we've got a bass guitar here played by Byron Morrow, and same thing, we got 3 tracks here. First track, color 0. Second track, color 5. Third track, color 10. This 4th track is the Audient Evo 8, the DI on that. Change the color on that. So, did that so you can hear it compared to an audio interface DI. So I'm going to play these through and let them loop, starting with color at 0. So between those, again, I like the 5, the color at 5. Uh, Things are getting really saturated at 10, and I just think that 5 has the best balance between them. 0 sounded good too, but 5 just sounded a little fatter and thicker. And the Evo 8, I didn't like that one at all. It just sounded muddy and is missing a lot of the upper harmonics there. So, that's the bass compared to an audio interface DI. Final thoughts on the Hornet. So if you're looking to spend a couple $100 and increase your sound quality for your microphones as well as DI, this is it for you. I can't speak for all of the preamps in this price range, but I just haven't seen any that offers the versatility that this has, as well as its portability as well. And I've been using this on some YouTube videos recently, and I've been pleased with the results. I've been using it to record the Cashmere Thoughts podcast, and been getting great results there. So for podcasters, I think this is a box that as well can help improve your sound if you're using just your audio interface. And I didn't focus on comparing this to other higher priced preamps. I've more focused on the audio interface in this review because I feel like most people will be getting this to improve the sound quality going into their audio interface. But if you want to hear the Hornet compared to some more expensive preamps, Useful Arts has a nice video on their YouTube channel that you can check that out at. Another thing to mention that really impressed me about the Hornet is it's a very low noise preamp as well. I was impressed with that, and just overall, everything I've done has sounded good with it. I will say that I prefer it with transformerless mics. Transformer mics that I've used with it, I feel like I'm getting too much color, but then of course you can just leave the color at 0, which again, the versatility of this, I feel, goes far beyond what other mic pre's are doing in this price range. All right, I've got a link to the Useful Arts Hornet in the description if you want to check it out and learn more information from it. Any questions, comments, let me know, and I'll catch y'all next time. I want to invite everyone to check out my new podcast, the Faders Up Podcast. It's a podcast about pro audio. I've got me and 3 other Nashville professionals. We're discussing pro audio topics, pro audio lifestyle. And it's available on Apple Podcasts and it's available on Spotify. So check it out, rate it, let me know what you think.